Let's start with the man of the moment, Sporting Lisbon striker Viktor Gyökeres, and maybe the one that got away for Premier League sides. This is in the Times. Race on for 63 million Gyökeres. Really interesting story here. They say he's got a release clause of £83 million. However, the Times and Paul Hurst says that he could be available for around 63 million, which could alert Manchester United, Arsenal and Chelsea. Now, here's the key here. We're told he has a gentleman's agreement to leave next summer for this fee.
Got Cunha over the line. Bryan Mbeumo wants to go to Manchester United. Now, explain something to me. They've had a dreadful season. They appear to be in disarray off the pitch with cuts and whatever. What's the appeal of Manchester United?
I think we've seen over the last 24 hours, Bruno Fernandes could have gone and got £750,000 rumoured per week. He's decided to stay on what he's on at Manchester United. He's turned down the big money. Matheus Cunha had loads of options in the Premier League and across Europe because of the release clause. He's decided to go to Manchester United. With all that recent history of that club not performing, they still have a huge pull for players, regardless of no European football. And I guess when you look at this man, Bryan Mbeumo, been absolutely outstanding since he joined Brentford in 2019. And he had options on the table from other clubs playing in the Champions League. And he, again, looks to have decided Manchester United is where my future lies. Now, I think that shows just the pull that the club has. To go into the detail of this particular deal, now, Brentford have the option of 1 year plus a further year on his contract. No release clause, but they believe the way he's performed since he arrived in 2019, 200 plus appearances, around 70 goals, he's earned the right to move on. He's earned the right to play for a big club. He's earned the right to prove himself at the highest. Now, whilst they don't want...
Welcome back. Significant breaking transfer news reaching us this evening regarding Matheus Cunha's move to Manchester United. We mentioned it just before the break. Carve, what's the latest?
Well, Manchester United have agreed to trigger Matheus Cunha's release clause at Wolves, and they will pay the £62.5 million in 3 instalments. What happened today is that United contacted Wolves and said we would